That's what we want to see from Andy Roddick. Larry Stefanki's at him trying to do that and come into the net. The first point, that first serve comes in at 137 miles an hour. First strike of the match. That is incredible.
That's a big strategic move right out of the box, Fred, coming to the net both times.
Both serve and volley both times, and Nadal will be, he'll take that into account, that last one. He didn't go for depth. He could see Roddick serving and volleying, so he made him play a half volley. Difficult shot to play when you're moving forward.
And it's going to bring out the best in Rafael Nadal, isn't it?
15-13.
It's a good volley here, excellent volley, but Nadal on the run. It's that powerful forehand, lots of topspin. Roddick was looking for that one down the line. He anticipated that better than he does on most occasions when he comes to the net, but with too good a shot.
That was close. It's going to be interesting to see what Andy Roddick's commitment is to coming to the net, because he's coming to the net and it's 15-30. It's not as if he's come to the net and it's 30-15. Serve looks okay, Fred.
Huge serve. Well, he really did serve very well. I think it was up in the 71, 72% against David Ferrer. On the first set, it was 81%.
Such a violent sound. How about that?
Yeah.
Cracking these big serves, you're coming to the net, and it's break point.
Yeah, he's played a good service game here, and he's down a break point.
That's 2 in the game, and just like that, Rafael Nadal breaks Andy Roddick's serve.
Well, that's just an indication of what Rafael Nadal can do to your second serve. Just like he did early in that game, he didn't go for depth. He could see that Roddick was going to serve and volley come in, and that last one was a really big topspin forehand. It was short in the inside, well inside the service box. And he's broken serve right off the bat. I'm going to be interested to see, because Andy Roddick, he plays very quickly. He's out there, he wants to get on with it, and Nadal makes you play to his pace. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out.
He's got all these little ticks that he has to go through, right?
Yep, exactly.
Move the towel, pick up the water bottle. Roddick's been out there for a good 45 seconds already.
He does get a time violation every now and again, and he gets annoyed when that happens. Nadal, that is.
Well, they called Djokovic yesterday. At 26 seconds, they gave him a time warning.
I've never seen him give him the second one.
Yeah, the first one just gets everybody's attention.
The first one gets their attention, and they think they've done the job, and because they do go over again, and then that becomes a point penalty, but I've never seen it enforced. surprising thing with Roddick against David Ferrer was that he stood toe-to-toe with him and beat Ferrer from the back of the court, which I did not think he could do. Ferrer made a lot of unforced errors. I don't think Nadal's going to make that many unforced errors. But Roddick was very consistent from the back of the court and brilliant on the serve. Bad luck on the volley, a good move from Roddick. It was worth the shot. It was love 30. If he makes that, plays the percentages, and he makes that, it can get to love 40. The worst thing is now it's 15-30, but he played the right point in order to try and get a few break points.
Do you like this early commitment by Roddick to come to the net?
I do, yeah. Thing is, I hope he sticks with it, because if Nadal passes him a few times, then they sort of feel, well, oh, I'm not going to do that anymore. But that's his best chance to put Nadal under a little bit of pressure.
Second service.
That was a pretty tough second serve.
Good second serve and a better forehand.
Thank you.
If you have a look at that left arm in comparison to the right arm, the next time you get a close-up, it just looks like the great Rod Laver's left arm, left forearm was huge in comparison to his right arm, and it's just through a lot of work, a lot of heavy work. Top spin.
Fred, do you remember the day in World Team Tennis when Rod Laver broke a ball boy's hand?
Can't say that I do, but I would say.
I actually saw that.
Did you?
I think you were there. Nadal seals the deal.
You said pretty good second serve. That wasn't a bad first serve either. Right on the paint and swinging away. Only 103 miles an hour, but a lot of movement on it. So consolidates. That's what it's all about.
So that game got off to a good start for Roddick, but then Nadal turned the corner.
both games, haven't they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not true. That is absolutely beautiful. How he gets to that on the run and he doesn't take one hand off it. This is a good volley from Roddick. And Nadal gets out there with two hands, and look at that, the head's down, he just flicks that one over, and it never looked like going out.
And it was good by 6 inches. Unreal. That's the kind of shot that could really break your spirit if it's fragile.
Well, again, he's done the right thing. He's gone in, he's made a good volley. And now he starts to press a little bit, trying to do a little bit too much. So this is looking at break points for 2 service breaks early in the match. That certainly would make you want to change your game, yet this is the game plan that you've used, and it's been okay, except the other end of the court's just been too good.
Oh my goodness. He was in perfect position. An absolute rocket by Nadal. He's broken Roddick again.
Well, 2 points in that particular game there where he gets a great first serve in, goes in and doesn't just play a reason, it plays a solid volley, good solid volley, and one off the forehand, one off the backhand. They just went past him and he couldn't lay a racket on either one of them.
And that last one, Freddie, he gets a good first serve in, he follows up behind it, and then amazing.
I was just thinking if this continues like this and Roddick wants to keep serving and volleying, which I think he's got to try and do that. He's not going to win from the baseline, but it's enough to make you want to change your game. Or if he continues that route, this could be a rout.
Well, when you say change his game, so far he has already changed his game. He needs a plan B, maybe?
Well, the plan B is to try and stay back and extend the rallies. But even if he extends the rallies, he's going to be out there for a little more time. But he's not going to win those baseline rallies. He's won a couple of them. But boy, Nadal has just been spot on when he's had an opportunity to hit a passing shot. Started off in the opening game, he had 2 returners of serve that were kept very low. And now in that game, 2 ripping passing shots. Yeah.
Take your seat, please. Thank you.
We have seen some spectacular shot making from Rafael Nadal. I mean, Fred Stolle, if he wanted to take the tennis ball, walk it to the other side of the court, and place it exactly where he would like to put it, it couldn't be better. And here come the shadows.
15 up.
Now, there's an old saying in the sport, you can only play as well as your opponent allows you. And Rafael Nadal has not allowed Roddick a sniff so far. Well, he missed one. And that one was played from 25 feet behind the baseline, and it just rocketed right into the tape. Nadal in 3 games has hit 6 winners and 1 unforced error. That's not a bad start.
Fred, do you think Roddick meant to hit that like that, or was that a
No,
change-up?
well, I was just going to say, you see that it wrapped around the frame, and when it bounced, it nearly bounced at right angles. It just took a very strange bounce, and that caused Nadal to miscue on the forehand.
$15-30. I think it was you who taught me, Fred. Anytime you can take the player off the court, you do it.
Yep. Well, particularly left-handed serve like that, and he's got 2 hands on the racket. You've got to get out there a little bit further to make contact. And that opens up the court. And that's not a good thing with Nadal.
Just sharp, razor sharp.
Well, I'll have a look at the stats just for the first 4 games. It's incredible with Roddick. Now, he's got up there, he's serving at 60%. He's got 6 first serves in, he's won 2 of them. He's had to go to the second serve 4 times, hasn't won any of them. So Nadal has just been absolutely remarkable on Roddick's serve. It's incredible what he's done so far. 4-love. 19 minutes.
Second ace of the match. Didn't sound right.
No, that one was wrapped around the frame. Miss hit from Nadal. It's 3 unforced errors now. Roddick's yet to hit a winner off the ground, either forehand or backhand. He's knocked off 1 volley and scored a couple of aces.
Thank you.
this game does not so far look like any of the previous 4.
Well, as crisp as he was in the first 4 games, not so in that one.
Where did that game come from?
He framed 3 shots in that one, but Roddick's on the board. I guess you could say he's just got to try and ride out the storm and just hope it's not a hurricane.
Roddick's checking out some of the replays of the match so far up on the scoreboard. And he shakes his head. Not good.
Well, he looked at that one on the scoreboard and went, how did he do that? Full run, full-blooded forehand.
Once again, Andy Roddick is the first man out there. I'd love to know what he's thinking. Deep down, private thoughts about what his prospects are here. So here at Arthur Ashe Stadium, Andy Roddick finally holds, but really the story of the hold were 3 strange hits by Rafael Nadal. Back to his serve 4-1.
That's the area where Djokovic gets to Nadal a little bit now on that return of serve. As Roddick hit that one back into the forehand side. Nadal, when he finishes his serve, moves over to the backhand to try and give himself a shot at the forehand. And the players that play well against him now take that second serve and whack it down the line to the forehand on the deuce court. Good depth from Nadal there, caused that mistake from Roddick.
Real testament to his athleticism, isn't it, Fred? I mean, he does almost everything right-handed, but he plays left-handed. I mean, most people can't even fathom how that's possible.
Plays golf right-handed, writes right-handed. That's the first blemish on the serve.
I guess Ferraris get flat tires too.
Roddick, he challenged the call on the left baseline. Ball was called out.
How did you see it?
I thought it was long.
It's all right. Chase review. Fred, all over it.
40-30.
Way long,
So
yeah.
Roddick has 2 challenges remaining.
Yeah, at this stage, you've got a few left. You've got to get rid of him because he's down 4-1. You can't take him with you to the next set. So wishful thinking there, though.
A few mistakes from the baseline by Andy Roddick.
Nadal leads.
And now Roddick will be serving 1-5. It's going to take us a few games, Fred, but it's going to be interesting now if Andy goes back to charging the net or whether it was just a one-set experiment.
Yes, he's just taken 26 minutes and the first set's just about as good as done. Roddick will try and hole serve here. I don't think he has much thoughts about winning this set, but if he hole serve here, it means that he will serve again first in that second set.
And again, Nadal just freezes Roddick at the net.
Love 13.
Serve, he's got Nadal way behind the baseline, doesn't get that close enough to the line. And Nadal is just there with that buggy whip forehand. It just curves in there as the forehand winners. As I say, Roddick yet to have a winner off either forehand or backhand.
You know, Andy's a big target up there. He's got a nice big wingspan. Probably covers a good 12 to 15 feet with one step either way.
And Nadal will be annoyed that he missed that. What a perfectionist he is. And right now he's seeing the ball like football. It's that big.
Andy's success rate at the net so far, 30%.
Been in there 10 times.
Out of the shadows comes the big serve. What's harder, Fred? From the sun to the shade or the shade to the sun?
I think that in this situation, if you're looking at the serve coming out of the shade into the sun, I think that's the most difficult one, because you can see the ball toss as it goes up in the shade, and then it's suddenly it's on top of you. 10 more minutes though, and the shadows will be across the court, and we'll have perfect, cool playing conditions for the players. probably say that Rafael Nadal was ready for this one.
Wow. Third ace for Andy Roddick.
Advantage. Roddick.
His partner, Brooklyn Decker.
Yeah, they don't call them wives or their partners these days.
Yes.
Well, you can see he wasn't too happy about that. Served an ace and then a double fault. That's the pressure that's applied by the man at the other end of the court.
Interesting, both men are exactly 50% winning points on their first serve. First serve
percentages, yeah. He's got to continue with that because Nadal can't just keep ripping winners like that all the time, I don't believe.
Well, Fred, I don't know if Andy Roddick believes he can win this set, but I know he probably wants to do something positive leading into the second, and he does that here in the late moments of the first.
Exactly, he's held serve there, so that means that he's down 2 service breaks. If Roddick just loses this one, he will start the second set. He hasn't done too many things wrong in this set, Roddick. He's only hit 4 winners and 8 unforced errors, but the man at the other end of the court has done everything to perfection. He's only been to the net once and he won that point. 9 winners.
They've released the schedule for tomorrow. And at noon Eastern time at Arthur Ashe, it will be Novak Djokovic and Roger Federer. And then not before 2:45, it will be Andy Roddick against the winner of this match. At nighttime, one women's
Andy
semifinal
Murray.
will be, sorry?
Andy Murray.
What did I say?
Andy Roddick.
Oh, the winner of this match. All right, Andy Murray. Thank you. You're in charge of quality control here, Fred.
Sorry, Al, I didn't mean to.
No, it's perfect. And then tomorrow night, Caroline Wozniacki will play Serena Williams. And on Grandstand at 6 o'clock, Angelique Kerber of Germany will take on Samantha Stosur of Australia. Rafa Nadal serving for the first set here. The shadows are clearly across the court now.
Crowd trying to get behind Roddick.
Good.
It was a bit close one because the chair umpires don't overrule those ones, or not too many of them do, on that far sideline. And Roddick was standing right there. He thought it was wide, but it caught the line.
15. Mr. Roddick has one challenge remaining.
So it was a good call by the lines judge.
Fred, they're right 70% of the time last I checked.
Yeah.
Guess there wasn't too much that Andy Roddick could do with that second serve except that.
Yeah. Straight at him. He might as well use them all. He's got one left. And if this one's out, it's set points. Oh, look. Oh, he's got one right.
30-15.
That's a tough shot. That was a good slice backhand and hit with a bit of stick from Roddick. And watch what Nadal does here, the footwork. Look where he moves there. He moves straight into this, runs straight into it and bang down the line. Moved from a yard behind the baseline to a yard inside the baseline as he took that one on the rise to knock it for a winner. That's the shot, if he can gain control of it and get enough pace of shot. That one did have it. That's the shot that bothers Nadal. It's about the only one that does these days. But you have to be very precise with it, otherwise you get burnt.
And there goes the first set to Rafael Nadal. In 39 minutes, he takes it from Roddick 6-2.
And he will take the time.
So what do you think Andy Roddick is thinking, Fred?
Well, I think he's got to just weather the storm. He's got to be thinking, well, this guy can't continue to play this type of tennis and just hit the winners. 11 winners to 7 unforced errors. It's been, as I said, darn near a perfect set for Nadal. And there's not much, if Nadal continues in this way, there's not much Roddick can do. Well, it looks as though he's going to continue to try and serve and volley.
Ace number 4 for Andy Roddick.
15 all.
First sign of a slumping body language from Andy Roddick. Nadal's been very good at getting that serve back.
Just getting it back into play, yeah. On the first serve, and then he has a good swing at the second one. Missed the last two returns, Nadal, so Roddick needs a big serve here to hold and giving himself just a little bit of breathing room, a little bit of confidence.
Stepped around to the forehand, and it's a winner again.
Yes.
Roddick played as good a point as he could play from the back of the court until he played that slice backhand, and that's been good for him against David Ferrer. But when you get against this fella and he gets round and hits that whippy forehand away from the body, it's just too good.
Nadal's going to make Roddick earn that hold. Perfect again as Roddick comes to the net.
Just blocks this one back. That's Federer does that against Roddick as well. And this one again, the passing, the approach shot though, not close enough to the line. Here, he takes two steps, sets himself on the back foot, keeps the head still, the racket goes out towards the target. Clean winner.
Just as it was in the beginning of the first set, Andy Roddick's serve is broken.
Yeah, starting to press a little bit on that point. He's played some good tennis, and then Nadal has just whipped them past him. That's the first set summary. Nadal 46% of first serves in. Look at those 11 winners to 4 and only 7 unforced errors. When he's had break points, that's the stat that I think is the most important of the lot. Break points won and lost. He had 2 break points and converted on both of them, and just played an exceptional first set. Roddick at 50% first serves. He needs to be a lot better than that. There's Nadal precisely putting those. Well, he kicked one over. He's got to go back and replace that. That's not good.
funny how those little superstitions get started and just never go away.
They never go away, do they? Yeah.
Well, we're going to see as the lights are on here at Arthur Ashe, the only thing that really hasn't functioned at a level that we've come to expect, and that is the first serve of Nadal. He's only serving at 46% so far in this match.
See, just the body language, as you mentioned, Al, with Andy Roddick after that last one. He just sort of swiped with one hand at the ball, and just frustration.
Well, in Andy's mind, Fred, I'll whack it from the baseline, but that's not working. I'm not getting any winners from there. I'll go to the net. Well, that hasn't been successful enough.
Kick his drink bottles over, I think.
And an ace for Rafael Nadal, his second of the match. It closes out a love game, and Roddick's in a love 2 hole.
Well, the crowd wanted this one to be a little more competitive, and they're cheering Roddick on. When he gets the first serve in, he's still only winning 50%. Points, 56% in the first set. So shows you that Nadal is really getting the first set back into play, doing some good with it.
Finally, he prevails at the net.
Well, that was a great rally, and Roddick stood his ground, and Nadal thumped ball after ball straight at him. Makes the first volley. This one, another one, 2 hands, another one outstretched, and then this last one he moved. All backhand volleys.
What do you think his approach is, Fred? Because every single time Andy Roddick steps to the baseline to serve, he's thinking ace.
Yeah.
And, for example, in this match, half the time that's not happening, or maybe even more than that. So his heart has to sink a little bit, doesn't it?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, no, he's frustrated. And I think it might be smart for him to try just for a couple of games to take a little bit off the serve and get some first serves in and see what happens. But so he's only winning 56% of them when he gets the first serve in. And he's got to come up with serves like that one, 131 miles an hour to win points. I love it. That's terrific effort from Roddick. Brooklyn likes it. So does Doug Spreen, the trainer. Makes the first volley. Still can't get it away for the winner. Then he jumps all over this one. Just a drive volley off the forehand, this one. Good stretch in the first, and then he recovers. And just good hands from Roddick there.
That's a big point. That's a huge serve. Andy Roddick holds, hoping the second set looks different than the first. He almost had to do that.
Yeah, he raced forward, smacked volleys, and then another ace. That that'll give him a bit of confidence though, and he needs that. He just needs to get his teeth into it. If he can just push Roddick, I mean, push Nadal in a couple of service games.
Chai.
Rafael Nadal, 2 aces, a double fault, winning 92% of the first serves that he gets in. Andy Roddick may be boosted from the confidence of holding serve moments ago. We'll see how it translates as Nadal serves up a set 2-1.
First point is always a good point to win in a game.
That is a lethal shot, boy.
15 all.
Andy having a little chat to his players box back there. Stefanki and Doug Spreen. Mario Stefanki, the coach.
Fred, I'm looking at the stat sheet and I almost can't believe it. Andy Roddick doesn't have a single forehand or backhand winner yet in the match.
Yep. That's a testament to the foot speed of Nadal and a few other things as well, I guess.
And the way that Nadal is serving and winning points on his serve, Andy's still chasing that service break. It's 3-1 Nadal now.
He's only lost 1 point. He's had a couple of service games. Hasn't lost a point on second serve in this set. Only lost 1 point on his first serve.
It's good. After it hit the tape, obviously.
This has got to be frustrating for Roddick because he gets a good serve, and that was a good slice into the backhand corner. And Nadal just apologising for the net court. Do a lot of road work when you play against Nadal, don't you? He pulls you out of court with that big topspin forehand, and you get it back, and then he plays the off forehand. You scamper over to the other side. You look at the scoreboard, and you're down 6-2, 21-30, and you haven't played that badly.
Nadal is just using the power of Roddick's serve to get the ball back, and it's almost as if that's when the point really begins, you know? Triple break point. That was very frustrating. It's a dismal game for Andy Roddick, and now Nadal serves to go up 5-1.
I said earlier, you can only play as well as your opponent lets you. And Roddick hasn't done too many things wrong, but now the trainer is out to see him.
Take another drink with the one on, please.
Seems to have problems with that left thigh. He said it's only going to get worse as the match goes on, so they'll loosen it up a little bit.
We return you to Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York City. The last quarterfinal match in the men's singles draw. During the changeover, the left thigh of Andy Roddick was rubbed down by the trainer, and we overheard him say to the trainer, "It's just been getting worse as the match goes along." So as if he doesn't have enough problems on the court, his left leg comes into play. Nadal up 2 breaks, serving 4-1. Sal Troutwick along with Fred Stolle. What's your take on that trainer's visit, Fred?
Well, I don't think Roddick's not one of those fellas that folds his tent. I think he's going to get out there and give it his best shot. But if that left thigh is hurting him, he's done a lot of road work, as we mentioned just a couple of games ago. He's done a lot of work. He can't chase them now. He's not going to chase those. So this one could be over in a hurry.
Shots by Nadal in this game.
Well, that's the difference there. We talked about the approach shots from Roddick and when he makes them. When Nadal hits those shots, they're within 6 inches of either corner, aren't they? They're just so accurate.
Are you kidding?
He's had a pretty good day today, you'd say, for Nadal. That is absolutely remarkable. And just 5-1 now, an hour and 4 minutes, and we're just about done with 2 sets. 20 winners, 9 in this set, 9 winners to 2 unforced errors.
I mean, Roddick makes a shot that was clearly good enough to be a winner.
The one down the line,
yeah.
He did a 360 backhand return, slides into it.
Good news any way he can get it, point by point. Andy Roddick came here to play the U.S. Open. And if you charted his stock coming along over the course of 2 weeks, it was an upward graph. He's battled tennis analysts saying it's the easiest thing in the world to criticize his game. But his stock, if we continue to chart it, I mean, it feels like 1929 here.
Again, Roddick just going for broke, trying desperately to hit a winner. He's yet to do so off the ground.
Roddick didn't put enough pace on it, and Nadal makes him pay.
As we talk about with the approach shot, and we're nitpicking here, but this one here, he's got to get this approach shot closer to the line. Look where it goes down there, the middle of the court. If you don't get that within 6 inches of the sideline, he's going to burn you most times. Even if you get it close, you're looking at an unbelievable passing shot. But when it's that easy, Roddick not able to lay a racket on the ball.
2 break points now for Rafael Nadal, and they are set points. feet off the baseline, and you're not supposed to be able to hit winners from there. Wow. We've been watching absolute dominance of Rafa Nadal over Andy Roddick, the last American in the singles draw. The last quarterfinals match. We begin the third set. 6-2, 6-1 Nadal.
And on top of all that, we have an injured Andy Roddick. He's had problems with his left thigh. We'll see how that affects proceedings.
The trainer came out once. He's not limping.
No. No, I don't think it's a pulled muscle. I just think it's tired, stretched, sore. Hello, here's an opportunity. Love 30. Well, as close as he's been to Nadal's serve.
Well, in this match, the way it's going, this is a major development. Fred, how about this? Nadal won 16 out of the last 17 points to close out the second set.
Yeah, absolutely remarkable. Start of the third, he's got 3 break points. Love 40. We used the word about 5 years ago at the French Championships with this fellow, and we use it every year we go back onto the clay. He is absolutely relentless. Just keeps going. No matter what the scoreline is, every point means something to him.
This would almost be a last straw.
Yeah, if he gets out of this, Roddick would just have to, the balloon would be just deflated, gone. A mishit there around the frame. Roddick takes advantage of it. He goes right down the middle of the court, and that's not good enough. Not too many other places he can go, but he hasn't got anything close to the lines. But it's Nadal has had an answer for every single thing he's thrown at him.
He's evened it at deuce.
Well, they could nearly put that down as a winner.
I was going to say, is that a winner or not? It's close enough. There was just not enough time to take the extra step that Roddick needed. Went for a big one.
Did he ever?
Advantage, Nadal.
He has just not been able to make shots like that. And Nadal pulls a Houdini escape in the first game of this third set.
That's it.
Well, to use that old cliche, that's probably the straw that breaks the camel's back as we have a look at the second set summary. It's all, look at that, 77% first serves in. Can't do a thing wrong. 11 winners, 2 unforced errors, 3 for 3 on break points. What more do you want? And Roddick hasn't had a look at a break point yet. 3 for 9 when he gets to the net because of the power of the passing shot. 55%. He's starting to press on the serves now. 5 winners, but none of them off the ground. They've all come from aces and a couple of volleys at the net. So it's just been a very decisive and brilliantly played match from the Spaniard at this stage, and with no end in sight. Come back from love 40 down, and now Roddick shows him new tennis balls.
How is it possible, Fred, that he's able to hit that ball and it drops below the tape and gives a player as good as Andy Roddick a problem in just getting it over the net?
Yeah. Well, Roddick's not really comfortable at the net, and that dipping shot is probably the most difficult one for him to volley. He likes them up round waist high, chest high. That dipping one down there, when you don't have that great volleying technique, is a tough one to play, and Nadal's aware of that. And a lot of the players really don't try and pass Roddick. They make him volley to get a look at the second passing shot. Well, this volley's deep, not much on it, but then he gets the angle here, and Nadal thinks he can reach it.
Andy's making some things happen here, but he's got to have some results from it.
15-30.
Good. He's been doing it all match long.
15-40.
25 winners to 10 unforced errors. Pretty remarkable performance so far, and the winners are still coming. You've got to admire the spirit of this fella. You know, he's ahead 6-2, 6-1 on love, and he's got a break point. He runs that one down, chases that one down.
If you asked Andy Roddick before this set began, what's the worst thing that could happen? He might say, I have 3 break points and still don't win the game, and then I have my serve broken.
Yeah, I don't think he's up to full speed, Roddick, but I don't believe that he's going to make an excuse out of that. He's just been hammered today. Rafael Nadal has been just too good in every respect.
Oh, he's even fixed that one slight blemish for a time there, Fred. He's definitely straightened out his first serve percentage.
So quick to move forward. You can see the slice coming. And just the footwork to get in position. Uncle Tony's got to be pretty happy with what's going on here. Carlos Costa, as his agent there, was a pretty capable player himself. Good clay quarter. Quarter finalist here. If Roddick does happen to lose this, $225,000.
40-30.
Roddick doesn't even take a step toward it. He's been watching those shots all afternoon. 3-love, third set.
I think he's doing a good job. I don't think he wants to get out of here and let the crowd down by not finishing this match. Here comes the trainer again. We'll see what transpires here. Trying to stretch it, doesn't he? Push it.
He's got some sort of liniment on there.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, receive a medical timeout.
So they announced a medical timeout, which means 3 minutes to work on that. Let's see what happens.
A medical timeout has been called by Andy Roddick. It is the second time in this match the trainer has come out to deal with whatever is bothering his left thigh or upper left leg. Last time, from what we saw, they just rubbed it. This time they've added some sort of liniment to the process. But Fred, you haven't noticed anything on the court as far as it affecting his play, have you?
No, I don't think it's affected the serve, but I do feel that he hasn't run after anything in this, in this set too much, and that's the reason I believe that he's pretty much resigned to defeat. But there's a fair crowd here, and I've got a lot of respect for Andy Roddick in that respect. He may well decide he doesn't want to continue, but he's given it a go here, and the crowd know that there's got to be something wrong, but they wouldn't suspect as professional athletes. He knows, and the man at the other end of the court knows. Rafael Nadal knows. And if you that last changeover, Nadal waited.
Now it's both legs.
Both legs. Nadal waited for Roddick to go around the net at the last. So he knows that Roddick is feeling it and is basically just out there at the moment. But Nadal will not give him anything. He's the man that gets on the court, and we'll say it one more time. So far, in an hour and a half, hour and 29 minutes this has been going, Andy Roddick has not hit one winner off the ground, off either forehand or backhand. And I've watched him play a long time, and I don't think I've ever seen that.
We had an early indication, didn't we, back in the first game? When Andy Roddick came charging the net, serving well, and all of a sudden, before you knew it, his serve was broken and Nadal was on his way.
Well, he did a lot of work the other day, Roddick, against David Ferrer. And you don't beat David Ferrer without running a few miles either. And Roddick won that in 4 sets and played some of the best tennis that we've seen him play for 4 or 5 years. But up against Nadal, that's just not good enough.
Fred, did he come to the net at all against Ferrer?
Yes, he did. Yep, he did cover the net quite often against Ferrer. Not as often as he has done today. But Ferrer missed a lot, and I think he had a bit of a foot problem, David Ferrer, and he missed a few off the ground, which was uncharacteristic of him. But has Nadal missed? No, sir.
And Nadal is checking the mark.
15.
Goes down as an ace. Number 6 for Roddick in the match. So far, the massage has worked out great. You might be sitting there saying, all right, so Andy Roddick is going to hold serve here, but remember this, Nadal gives up nothing. But Roddick does hold serve.
Huge round of applause. He's a very popular fellow here, Andy Roddick. Won the title back in 2003.
Meanwhile, go to usopen.org, your exclusive online home for real-time scores, stats, daily video highlights, press conferences, official U.S. Open merchandise, and much more. The official tournament website is usopen.org. After a match like this, unless something dramatically changes and the match takes a U-turn, you definitely would want to hear what Andy Roddick's take is on what happened here.
Exactly.
usopen.org is the place. Listen to the cameras as Nadal serves. Off to the right there. Serve Nadal well to get off the court as quickly as possible. 2 more big matches to play, and they could be epic.
Plays Andy Murray tomorrow, and Murray's got a pretty good record against Nadal over the years. Murray hasn't played that well. He's through to the semi-finals. John Isner today. Nadal cruising here as this one closes down.
Andy Roddick to serve in about as bleak a situation as you can envision. Down 2 sets and serving 1-4 in the quarterfinals of the U.S. Open.
Love 15.
Unforced errors, well, they were pretty even in the first set. But Nadal fixed that part of his game, and Roddick was consistent in that they just kept coming. And you have to be careful when you're playing someone like Rafael Nadal. Let's check out this chase review. But
It's amazing. He's so far in front, yet he's so keen. He wants to win every point. He doesn't believe this serves in, so he's going to. But it did make it spot on.
I was just going to say, though, Fred, it's a real challenge to tell what was a forced error because of how good he demands that you are.
Yep.
It's good.
A winner. The first one of the match for Roddick. First one off the ground for the match.
Still a little sunshine in the stadium here. Early evening in New York City.
Been pretty lucky, haven't we, the last 2 days. Yesterday was supposed to have a bit of rain. They got through the program yesterday and they're full schedule today. So things are back on track. But they're going to complete the event, men's singles on Monday.
Just missed.
59. You challenge, Andy? Roddick challenged the goal on the left baseline. Ball was called out.
That was called by the chair umpire, right, Fred?
I think it's good,
Yes.
Andy.
He said, now the chair umpire says he thinks it's good.
I missed.
Wait a
So I
minute.
think it's good.
Yes.
He says, I missed. Well, that's Pascal Maria in the chair. He's honest. He said, are you going to challenge Andy? He said, yeah. And he says, I think it's good. And he says, well, why did you call it out? He says, I missed.
I made a mistake.
I made a mistake.
That's a nice admission.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a mistake.
That was cool.
Well, Pascal Maria might have made a mistake, but
I think it was in.
Nadal hasn't made too many.
He has been unleashing that from the very beginning.
Forehand winners, 18. Backhand winners, 6. Just on 3, 31 to 11. Just on 3 times as many winners as unforced errors. That's a pretty impressive match.
Somebody hits one like that, you just have to put your head down and walk back to the chair. It's 5-2 Nadal.
It's too good. As the youngsters say, TMG. Not too old for that, but too much game. TMG. You got TMG today. Well, that's about what Nadal's done today.
Why would you ever call it out?
Because it came through. It came out, you know.
Just came out? Were you hoping it was out?
No, I saw it out and then
Well, you couldn't have seen it out if it was in.
Sorry?
I think you can't see it out if it's in.
Well, I could see the performance.
The ball mark that was in?
Yes. But he was as his own screen.
That's too good. I can't beat that. It's too good for me, Pascal.
Chai.
Roddick prevent what feels to be inevitable here at Arthur Ashe Stadium Court. Trailing 2 sets, serving 2-5 to Rafa Nadal.
No, come on. We feel it's inevitable. How does Andy Roddick finish after another one like this? And this is not a bad approach, but again, outside, he comes around the outside of the ball, and it's in by 3 feet. He's done a super job returning the serve, hasn't he, off that first serve. He just blocks it back. Roddick hasn't served and volleyed for a while now.
Maybe because he can't on those
legs.
Exactly,
yeah. That's true.
First service.
Here's Andy Roddick's problem in this set. He's serving 74%, so he's using his biggest weapon and he's getting it in, and he's trailing 2-5.
Have a look at what he's done on second serves, though. 20%, 1 in 5. And second serves in this set. Shows you Nadal is just seeing it like a football. It's that big he can't miss.
30 all.
And a gutsy effort from Roddick, in my opinion, to finish this match if he was ailing. And he hasn't run. He didn't make a move for that one. But he stuck it out and he's taken his licks. That's as quick as it's been all day. 137 miles an hour. That's what he opened up with. 137 miles an hour. His first service of the day. And now, may not be his last, but it's getting to be pretty close. Great drop volley to finish that up. The crowd appreciating the fact that he's not rolling over, Roddick.
Nadal leads.
He's down just the one service break now.
Sometimes you learn more about an athlete when they lose. So Roddick's going to force Nadal to serve for the right to go to the semifinals.
No matter how good you are,
Love 15.
Serving a match out takes a little bit of extra concentration. And he's lost the first point.
$30-15.
What would you say to Andy if you were Brooklyn Decker after this match? Probably not much.
No. He gave it his best effort, and I think his
40-15.
legs are a little weary, whether it's from David Ferrer or there's muscle soreness, but he's given it his best effort and he stayed out there and taken it. Got a lot of withdrawals this week, and a lot of them haven't taken the same medicine that Nadal's given Roddick today, and Roddick's taken it like a man, and that's good.
And it's over.